Hey there, I just got back from Georgia Tech, and you are about to see some really crazy music making tools. Every year, Georgia Tech here in Atlanta holds the Guthman Musical Instrument Competition, which brings in musicians, creators, and engineers from all around the world to showcase the most innovative contributions to music technology. Come to think of it, it's kind of like NAMM for people who watch this channel. Much like myself, all of the contestants I met thought that the competition part was a bit silly, and were just happy to be alongside like-minded individuals in the often lonely world of creating your own musical instruments. There were 3 judges for the competition, the first being Paola Antonelli, who is an Italian author and currently the curator for the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Another judge was Gerhard Belz, one of the founders and the current CEO of Ableton. And then the final judge was Rick Beato, who I thought was an interesting pick for a judge for music technology. That being said, while we probably don't agree on everything, Rick is a super nice guy, and you truly do learn the most when speaking with somebody who you share a lot of differences with. So with the help of Allison Ma and a whole bunch of pizza that I bought, I was able to lure a lot of the contestants to a lab room on campus at Georgia Tech to give my viewers an exclusive look at some of the most insanely innovative instruments that you'll ever lay eyes on. After spending about 30 minutes practicing the pronunciation of 7 different names in 7 different languages, I am tapping out and I will just be putting the text on screen. But what that really makes me think about is how so many of these contestants got off of a plane in the United States of America and then spoke perfect conversational English with me about extremely technical things. That is impressive and humbling, and frankly makes me feel a bit stupid in comparison. Once you started playing, I realized that I had no idea what was happening, which is really good. And then, of course, I walked into your Theremin space and nearly screwed up your performance, and you actually improvised and made it work, because I forgot that I knew it was a Theremin, but I'm brain dead.
It's basically a Max MSP patch with a Max external inside it. So we record audio, we also mark where the syllables are. Okay. Then we process audio through the encoding module of the vocoder, and then we load all of that into the software.
Okay, and so the clicking on your fingers was going through the syllables.
Yeah, that's right. What we've made here is an instrument that controls the voice with external gestures, where instead of, normally the voice is inside of you, the way that you control it is with all these coordination of a lot of muscles that are mostly invisible. And our lab, our collaborators also are interested in creating vocal instruments where you have something that sounds like the voice that can produce vocal and speech sounds, but you externalize the gestures and you control the voice with the hands.
This strap is a magnetic strap, and this one also.
Oh,
so
wow.
if I press it anywhere, it closes the the gap upwards, so I can.
Is there a certain area that's harder to play with the reed than others?
At the very bottom, when I close almost, it has just a very small hole, so it gets hard to play. Like here, and the very high notes is a bit hard to.
How long ago did you make it?
We started the project in 2016 with my friend Tobias. This form of the instrument is about 3 years old, so I'm practicing since then, so I'm just a student of it still.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. What is your name?
My name is Giacomo Lepri, and this is the ciondolo. I can tell you something about the ciondolo.
Please do.
The ciondolo is a digital musical instrument based on an augmented pendulum, actually an augmented magnetic pendulum.
Okay.
And the sound is produced based on the interaction between the pendulum and the magnets that are placed underneath. So you have a coil of wire over here that is basically the sensor. Through this coil flows electric current, and whenever the coil passes through the magnetic fields produced by the magnets, there is a variation in voltage. And then I designed, with the help of my colleagues, a little amplifier that is this little guy here, and the amplified signal goes to Bella, which is a microcontroller.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
I have only one incoming data, and how to extract meaningful information from this data is the challenge. And I figure out ways to get the velocity of the pendulum, but also the acceleration of the pendulum, and these information are mapped to the parameters of the FM synthesis. Right now it's not a plan to make it a product or sell it around, and anyway, I guess, yeah, I'm really happy to share the project and all the files, so if anyone wants to contact me and know more about the synthesis engine or the actual design,
I'd love to see something like this in a gallery environment, like in an environment where you
on
could.
the desk of Donald Trump. I think this is
Yeah.
You can either
No.
find that in
Next to his pseudoephedrine tablets, and yeah. So okay, so you've clearly made your own modular synthesizer.
I think so.
And so how many modules are there total? I don't know how to count.
At home, I had like 100.
Okay. 100?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's labeled.
Oh,
so
okay. All
you
right.
can
Amazing.
if you put the downside,
Okay.
you can see
Envelope, yeah.
which cube makes what.
Because it seems like with Eurorack, if you move your modules around every couple months or something, you get all these new ideas just from moving everything around, and now you've made it even more modular, I suppose. Yeah. And so these are VCOs up here with the weight, like that's a square wave, I assume?
Yeah, you can choose between many type of waves, like square waves, pulse waves, sine waves, triangular waves, so on. Many combinations between them.
Are these all analog circuits, or are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How long did this take you, by the way?
Almost 8 years to take to this point.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on making this awesome
very much.
modular synthesizer.
The name of my instrument is Aristid.
What was making the sound? Was that like
It was a max patch,
Okay.
outputting sine waves in a palette or a scale you can come up with, which is based on growth processes of plants.
Okay.
So it's like a kind of a fractal system. I was experimenting with these systems in a CAD program and then thought, why not put it onto an oscillator and see what happens if I generate these trees.
What did the knobs do? Did they change the frequencies of the...
They changed the root frequency,
Uh-huh.
so where the tree is growing from, and then the kind of spectrum or range where the branches are growing. So you can have it very tight, so spacing between the pads is very tiny, or you can lay it out over the whole frequency spectrum.
Well, amazing work. You may recognize this next one. The cicada is the only instrument in this competition that I've covered on this channel, and it's actually the only instrument in this competition that is commercially available right now. Spencer and myself thought that it would be really fun to play with the feedback of the lab monitors, which was very cool, but definitely does not showcase the cicada's range of applications. If you'd like to see a more complete demo or learn more about the cicada, I made a whole video on it. The link's in the description.
What I wanted to show tonight, which was maybe sort of working here, was a feedback example where you can get controllable oscillating feedback, and that's just simply because like the pickup and the pickup source, which is the soundboard, and the transducers are incredibly isolated from one another. So it allows you to have like really transmit specific vibrations across those bridges. And I would say the majority of the engineering challenges for Cicada was about this problem.
Yeah.
The other part that we found was that there weren't any suitable examples of transducer circuitry for audio-specific applications that we could say these are really good circuits for this device. So majority of amplifiers sold, D class, T class, even some of the older class, A class amplifiers, they're made to drive speaker cones, and that means they're getting a certain amount of air resistance. The type of drivers we use here are we custom modify some existing form factors to make the springs springier, lighter, so that they can better reproduce low frequencies. Designing instruments, I think, it's a really it's a lonely kind of road that you're on, and not a lot of people understand why you're doing it.
Yeah.
I think, but at the same time, it's really rewarding. I think when I see people and artists and musicians and non-musicians playing with this and making great things with it. And it's a type of satisfaction that as an artist, as a composer, even as a professor, I never felt before, where it's like I've enabled like fun, crazy stuff to happen.
This video is incomplete, by the way, as not every single contestant was able to make it to my little pizza party. So the things we missed out on are the air glow, which is a mix between an air guitar and a lightsaber, a Cherry guitar, which is a guitar that has exchangeable pickups and electronics, and finally the globe, which stands for gesture sensing, luminous, oscillating ball environment. If you'd like to see more of these, click the link below to the competition page, which includes more information about all of the finalists. And in case you're wondering who won,
Judges' Special Award for the most mature instrument goes to the cicada. All right, now for our third place award. This goes to the Chondolo. And our second place award goes to t-voks. First place award, this goes to the Glissatar.
Again, thank you so much to the contestants who took the time to hang out with me and let you, my viewer, get to see what's on the horizon. Thanks to Georgia Tech for allowing me to film on their premises, and a massive thank you to Allison Ma for helping me coordinate all of this. Allison is a super talented sound designer, musician, and audio developer who just last week blew my mind with something that she made on the Polygon tracker and a Eurorack setup. The link to that as well is in the description. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel and let me know what your favorite instrument was in the comments. If you want access to a bunch of audio assets, unreleased music, ambisonic field recordings, a community with game servers, and monthly audio challenges, then my Patreon is for you and you can join for as little as $1. Thanks for watching. Bye.